Ayo, back at it again with another video. Thank you all for watching. I greatly appreciate it. So, this video is all about the September 11th, 1973 Chilean coup d'etat against President Salvador Allende. So, September 11th, obviously, here in the United States, very rough day, especially 2001, given the terrorist attacks against World Trade Centers in New York City. Also, against Pentagon. Also, there was another plane headed for the White House, but was taken over by civilians in Pennsylvania. So, September 11th, 1973, there was a coup d'etat, a military overthrow of the Popular Unity government in Chile, led by President Salvador Allende. Allende, for socialists to be elected president in a Latin American democracy, faced unrest, tension, and basically Nixon did not like him. So what happened was coup d'etat, group of military officers. Pinochet seized power in a coup ending civilian rule. So first of all, let's understand a little bit about Salvador Allende. He was elected president, 28th president of Chile, in office from November 3rd, 1970 to September 11th, 1973, when the coup happened, succeeded by Pinochet, who was not a good person whatsoever. So Pinochet is not a great person. Executions of anywhere from 1,000 to 3,000 people, tortured thousands, forced disappearances. Basically, this regime that was implemented after the United States got involved under the order of President Nixon. A democratically elected government was replaced with a military dictatorship, which was very brutal. So what happened was troops surrounded the palace. Salvador Allende gave his last speech vowing not to resign, and then ultimately later took his own life. And Pinochet's regime then ruled until 1990, ending more than 4 decades of uninterrupted democratic governance. We can go into the 1970 election. Let's see. Allende won the election as leader of Unidad Popular, or the Popular Unity Coalition, obtained a narrow plurality of about 36 to roughly 35%. And then other parties, organizations got 27%, and the rest of the vote. So that's Salvador Allende, and then we had replaced by Pinochet, who was not a good person whatsoever. The Nixon administration, which had played a role in creating favorable conditions for the coup, promptly recognized the government of Pinochet and supported its efforts to consolidate power. So Nixon, very much behind it. This was basically the height of the Cold War. And this is part of the reason why I've never really understood this, because I was never taught this. Due to its occurrence on the same dates as September 11th, 2001, the United States coup has sometimes been referred to as other 9/11, or just never talked about. The only reason I know about this is because I came across some videos on TikTok and Twitter that really piqued my interest, because I never knew about this. As an American, I'm sorry for what the government did to the people of Chile. What Pinochet did was horrible, and this is, Americans go around the world talking about installing democracies, and then Nixon basically overthrew a democratically elected government for a very repressive, horrible military dictatorship, which, it's not really living up to the values of spreading democracy. So, foreign involvement, United States. Although the CIA did not instigate the coup, it was aware of the coup plotted by the military and had ongoing intelligence collection relations with the plotters. And because the CIA did not discourage the takeover, it had sought to instigate a coup, probably appeared to condone it. So, basically, complicit, whether or not they want it to or not. Alright, so this is the last thing I talk about before I end the video. This is Office of the Historian. This is from the State Department website. Let's see what the State Department has to say about what happened. I'm not going to read all of it. If you want to, you're more than welcome to. The Allende years and the Pinochet coup, 69 to 73 relations deteriorated. The alliance basically, by the looks of it, overthrew the democratically elected government for natural resources. You had copper. So if you ever want to understand a little bit more about the coup, you can go to the State Department website and Office of the Historian. So, this is the 1973 coup d'etat, overthrow of a democratically elected government, and installed a very terrible military dictatorship. And for that, as an American, I'm sorry. I did not have anything to do with this. I was not alive in 1973, but this is not, spreading the values of spreading democracy by destroying democracies around the world. That's not spreading democracy in the slightest. So, CIA, whether or not they want to admit it or not, they were involved, whether directly or non-directly. This is the 1973 coup d'etat against Allende. So that is the end of the video. Thank you for watching, and I will see you in the next video. Deuces.